Hey everyone, Garrett from Naked and Famous Denim here. Thanks for joining me on today's fade review. If you haven't already, please make sure to like this video and subscribe. It really helps us out a lot. All right, so let's get started. Let's take a look at our fade wall here. What should I choose today? These jeans have all been sent in by our great customers. At the end of the video, I'll tell you more about that program. But let's take a look. Let's see what we have here. So many good options. It is really hard to choose. This one actually catches my eye right here. This is a very special jean for me. Let's take a look at this one. All right. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, this is one of the most iconic jeans of all time, produced by Naked and Famous Denim. It is the 32 ounce. Let's take a look on the inside and figure out a little bit more about this super special jean. I am a huge fan of the 32 ounce. I actually have 2 pairs of this jean myself. I've faded 2, and I would have to say it would be my favorite jean overall of all jeans ever, and also of the Naked and Famous Denim collection. So let's take a look on the inside here, see if we get some clues about this jean. All right, so I'm looking inside here. I don't see any names written on the pocket bags. I usually try to do that just to give credit to anyone who faded the jeans, but it looks like there's no information on here, so I'm not sure who faded these, but if it was you, thank you very much. Please leave a comment down below. We really appreciate it. I can tell here by looking at the little logo, the tag on the back here, this is from either the first or the second production of the 32 ounce. There's actually 3 runs of the 32 ounce. And the first 2 used this older style tag, and then the last production uses our more modern, wider tag that is only sewn on 2 sides. Looking here at the care label, I'm pretty sure this is from the first run, just because it looks like it's using our older font. So I'm 95% sure that this is from the first run of the 32 ounce. All right, so let's start to take a look at a few of the details here. So this jean is actually an unofficial MIJ jean. So we of course have our MIJ jeans. This one was made in Japan, but it is not written on the product. It doesn't have the little maple leaf on the back here, but there are quite a few differences between this and the other jeans here. First thing that I noticed right away is the button here. This little donut style button here. We don't have anything like this on any of our other jeans. So that's something to notice. We have a heavy duty zipper going on here. Nice brass heavy duty zipper. Over here we can see the rivets. Again, heavy duty rivets that we don't have on any other jean. They're kind of a brass-ish color, and you can see that there's a little bit of oxidization around on the edges here. Again, on the other side, you can actually see where the rivet has been pounded down there. On the coin pocket, quite a little bit of wear here, so probably because it is so raised up, there's a lot of friction of the hand going in and out of the pocket. Let's take a look at the selvage on the inside there. So it looks like he's also been using the coin pocket for something, because again, there's a lot of rubbing here, so he's definitely putting something into the coin pocket. All right, working our way down, we have some extremely well-defined whiskers. You can tell because the indigo here is super dark. You can tell it's almost brand new. And then we have some very, very light whiskers here. So that shows a really high contrast fade. He probably hasn't washed these very much, or if all. Let's take a quick sniff test. Okay, they're clean. There's no smell. So they have been washed at least one time. All right, let's work our way down. We got quite a bit of wear on the lap, so he's definitely, touching that lap area, or something's rubbing on that area. Coming down to the knees, substantial amount of wear on the knees, so much so that we got 2 little holes forming here on the right knee, and then on the left knee a little bit more. So he seems to be more of a right knee guy. I find people tend to kneel on one knee more than the other, so usually one hole will develop before the other side. Again, we have some great, I call these knee whiskers. I'm not sure what the official term is here, but these are looking great here. More stacking. Moving down, you can see that these jeans were worn without a cuff and were stacked. These jeans are actually quite hard to hem, so I'm guessing that these were never hemmed and they were just worn a little bit longer. We got some holes forming, a little bit of cracking down below here. This is super common on my 32 ounce pairs. I have a lot of cracking down near the leg opening. Again, on the other side, more cracks forming. I find this happens more and more with heavier weight denim. The heavier it gets, the more prone it is to these types of cracks forming, especially around the back of the knee and down below where the leg opening is. And again, some more nice stacking fades on the bottom. Let's take a quick look to admire this textbook roping. Look at that. That is one of probably the most high contrast roping I've ever seen. And you know what? As we cuff here, I'm seeing evidence. It looks like I was wrong in my initial guess. You can see that these jeans were cuffed. For a while it was cuffed here, and then it looks like for a while it was cuffed here because we can see some more wear and tear, and even possibly cuffed here at this point. I feel like I'm a denim archaeologist. You can see different points of time. It's like different layers in the soil. So we can see there's different points in time here where it was cuffed at different levels. I feel like this guy didn't care too much about the level of his cuff or if they were even or whatever. He just kind of flipped them up however he was feeling. And then we get these different levels of cuff wear and tear on the weft side, on the inside there. You can see it's a little bit of a brownish color there. So it's probably rubbing on some dirt or maybe the oil from his boots, something like that. You'll actually notice on the 32 ounce, these do not use a chain stitch. But of course, that does not prevent the amazing roping. On the other side, more or less the same. Again, high contrast, very beautiful. All right, flip it over. Ooh-wee. Look at that thick patch. This is a veg tan patch that is aged to perfection. It is kind of a honey caramel brown sewn on with this thick yarn here. It's very thick, very nice. I really love the leather on the 32 ounce. Another cool feature about the 32 ounce is the angled belt loop. Just because it is so thick here, we angle it to sew it on to reduce thickness on that part there. You can see it looks like he's wearing a belt again because it's quite dark on the waistband, but then very light on the belt loop because it's raised up and more exposed. Light fading on the yoke here, and just at the bottom right here we got some nice contrast. This is where the yellow contrast stitching really pops because you have that white faded area and then the dark lower areas with the yellow contrast stitching. Beautiful. Let's go down to the pockets. We got a little bit of a hole forming here. It looks like he was carrying something in this back pocket. There's a little bit of a line there, probably a wallet or something like that. Moving down, we got a little bit of seat fading going on, slight blowouts forming, and a small repair here. You can see looks like a hand repair was done with a needle and thread. But overall, I'd say very good condition in the crotch for a jean that is this faded. Woo! Now we're gonna come down to some of the most beautiful combs I've ever seen. Just look at that 3D texture. Or of course you can feel it, but just the darkness in the valleys and then the lightness on the peaks there. It just goes all the way from 100% white to almost pure blue, black, indigo down in there. We got a little bit of cracking forming here, 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 here. Textbook combs, just amazing. It doesn't get better than that. And then down at the bottom, we got a little bit more wear on the bottom part of the leg, on the back, and on the stacking there. One thing I did notice, actually looking at the back here, you can see a little bit of the leg twist. These are unsand fries pair. So you notice the leg twist that the outseam here is twisting counterclockwise on both sides. And then finally, I actually neglected to mention, we do have a little bit of railroad tracks forming just because of the selvage making an imprint on the outside there. So I think that's it. Let's do a full length 32 ounce Naked and Famous Denim 32 ounce version 1 indigo. These were also produced in black, but the indigos are my favorite. So thanks for tuning in. Again, if you have a pair of faded jeans that you aren't using anymore, please shoot us an email and send us some pictures. We would love to take them and put them on our eternal fade wall, and then we can hook you up with a discount code for a new pair. And if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to hit that like button. And if you haven't already, also subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one.